Hello Nigeria, good morning. This is Social Media Scoop with Choma ABC exclusively on KAFTAN TV. Imagine a beautiful world. We bring you the internet's biggest and loudest conversation. We bring you viral moments, viral videos, and what Nigerians are talking about online. Today, we have a lot to talk about. But first off, we're talking about the RCCG drama because it just took an interesting turn. The alleged RCCG member who brought the light in a viral video talking about a rally being cancelled. He's saying that his life is under threat. We're also going to be talking about that because the RCCG has also put out official statements denying these claims. Furthermore, we're also going to be talking about how Ofada said the former governor of Ekiti State is making strong statements against the Oyo State government, saying that they didn't do enough to secure the kidnapped victims. Furthermore, we're going to be looking at a viral video of a little Nigerian girl that is seen crying after she purchased fuel worth 1,500 naira. She believes she was probably cheated. All this and more we'll be diving in on Social Media Scoop. So let's scoop in. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Choma ABC and this is Social Media Scoop with Choma ABC on KAFTAN TV. I've told you the stories we're going to be talking about today. They're all trending on social media. But I won't be discussing all this alone. I have public affairs commenter, a very calm man that gives his opinions in a very calm way, but he gets his point across. I have Oluwatobiloba in the studio with me today. Welcome and thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
This is your introduction today. Thank you.
Well, you're a calm person and you give your points.
Okay, you say so.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's dive straight into it. A viral video is now circulating social media of a Nigerian little girl that is seen crying after purchasing fuel worth 1,500 naira in a keg. I believe she was crying because she felt she was cheated. Let's take a look at this video and take reactions of Nigeria.
Ya aka kike kuka? Zo. Banjuwa. Wannan ya zubo maki? Petir? Dubu nawa kika bashi? Yanzu fisbidillahi ki bai 1,500 ya zuba maki wannan dan man? Shi ma dai bai kyauta ba.
So, our first reaction on X with the handle at Vincent Chidi. He said, in case you didn't know, in today's Nigeria, you are this little girl. This is heartbreaking, but so you people think this is funny. This commenter is obviously saying that this is not funny. It's laughable, but at the same time, it's not laughable. Probably two things are involved. Like, wow, probably this girl feels that she's cheated. Probably she's been buying fuel of 1,500 naira, and maybe he feels the keg, or is more than that. Or she's scared of what her parents are going to do to her at home, thinking that maybe she maybe misplaced the money or not. But let's take it back to the real issue at hand, talking about the economic situation of the country and when it comes to fuel and all that. How do you read this situation right now?
Okay, good day to our viewers. I think the trend is actually both comic and sad at
the same time.
It's comic because when you see her, the way she kept hammering
emphasizing on the
amount that she paid for this thing. What does she even know? But it's sad because that's actually where we are. She probably bought that fuel at what we call the black market. Yeah, because the official price is around 1,370, 80, and what have you. Around 1,400. Do you understand? So she probably, but maybe she has been buying fuel and all that. She sees that, okay, but this is not what I've been getting. How can I pay 1,500? So if you want to now put it in the broader economic perspective. Now you look at the fact that I remember there was a time I took, or not, just few days to this administration, I took a car to the filling station, bought 5,000 naira fuel, and I got 23 liters. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But when you mirror that today, 5,000 naira cannot get you 5 liters. So it's actually sad. But another thing that one could be critical of is if you want to now make it sensitive, or the human angle of it. is that if that girl is crying maybe because of the fact that she's afraid of what her parents are going to do to her, maybe thinking that...
But majority of Nigerians are thinking that when I read through the comments, they she feels that she's being cheated.
Well, yeah, there are two things. Now, we are just looking at it from every if she feels that she's being cheated, she's actually a child. She may not understand the dynamic. She may not understand that, okay, we were just around 1,147 naira, but we got to 1,000 plus, and because of the war in the Middle East and all that, we now got to where we are today. She probably will not understand all that dynamics. What she is just concerned, why didn't you feel my boss? Why didn't you give me a lot of...
Maybe she used to get a few keg.
Maybe. Well, some people that want to be very critical and say, yeah, she was actually cheated because that's not one liter. But that's also aside. So my own concern also about the video is that if we are looking at it as other people want to, that, okay, she's been afraid that, okay, her parents are going to think she did something with the money or whatever. I think it's not really good. If that is the case, it's not really good, because I think it's not right for your child to be scared,
to have that kind of pride,
over their parents. But I don't think that is the case. It's just with the economy
and at the end of the day, now, it's not, we adults, we used to think that we're the only one facing this. It's trickling down to the kids now.
It tells you that it affects everybody actually,
from all walks of life.
Yeah, we really have a lot to do.
Okay, so let's move on from that very comic video to real issues now hitting Oyo State, as the Nigerian Union of Teachers have come out to protest and demand that the federal government act swiftly to release the abducted teachers and pupils in the kidnappers' den. Then in Abuja, the presidential candidate of the AAC and activist Sowore has joined in a protest demanding also that the federal government act to release these people. Let's take a look at the video and we'll take reactions of Nigerians. The video, our first reaction by social media user at Noel, they commented, schools should be shut down, the nation should march out, the general overseers of churches should come out, enough is enough. That social media user Emmanuel is obviously angry about the situation. Furthermore, we have reactions by Emperor, who said Nigeria is facing insecurity caused by widespread banditry and kidnapping. Solutions required new security reform, community vigilante, intelligence gathering, weapons given to ready youths funded by philanthropies. Our leaders, soldiers, and police have failed us. Lawal, Nigerians are, airing their frustration following this very, very sad incident in Oyo State. But let's take it from the angle of this commenter. This commenter is providing solutions to this. This commenter is saying that we should create more intelligence reports, create community vigilante, and give weapons to youths who are ready. Do you think these are proper solutions to this whole problem?
Let's start by saying the situation is dire, and it has been for a while now. What is just somehow new is that it's spilling to other parts of the country. You know how it started, the whole insecurity thing was the epicenter was the northeast, particularly the Bay States, Yobe, Borno, and Bauchi, you understand, those Bay States. But we saw how it also spilled to the northwest, and we had a totally different version of it. We've seen what's happening in the north central. It took another turn, and now we see these things now going to the southwest. And what happened is that in the issue of the southwest, they kind of saw these things coming, that in December 2025, the governors of the Southwest, they actually came in, said they were going to set up funds to gather intelligence and to do whatever. And even the military, somewhere around the Christmas period, there was this Operation Ember Guard that they enacted to run between 23 December to January 15 this year. So it was, I think they saw all that. But the problem is when this person talks about gathering intelligence and all that, I do not always think that it's a problem of intelligence thereof. Because why am I saying this? We've seen incidents where there is the intelligence report, but these people they actually go in and commit whatever atrocity they want to commit successfully. We see them sending letters warning communities that even if this is not an intelligence that you have to go and dig out, it's an intelligence that is there for you openly, but we tend not to work towards it. We saw what happened in one of the schools, I think in Kebbi. They said that the security personnel
left and few minutes
so is that an issue of intelligence? I don't know. It's just I think that the will to really make this country great needs to be there in every facet. These things schools have been it's terrible. I think Amnesty International and UNICEF they brought out a very ugly statistics that between 2014 to this year, that between 1,700 and 2,000 students have been abducted directly from the school. Now, we are not talking about maybe children that they adopted at home or on their way or whatever. We're talking about those ones that were attacked, like the Chibok, the Jenge.
That is why social media user Emmanuel is saying that schools should be shut down. Do you think schools should be shut down?
I'm going there. So you see, we have that number, and we said from this number, 180 of them were killed in the act. 60 teachers who got affected and all that. But the problem is for how long do we want to shut down schools
without tackling the main issue?
If we keep shutting down schools, we are emboldening them. If we shut down schools, they begin to knock on our doors. Do you understand? They begin to knock on our doors and take us into the bush until we pay the ransom. The thing is, this abducting has become a business empire of some sort, and we really need to work on the intelligence we have. It's not. I don't think we lack the intelligence. We need to just work. We need to work on them. The governor of Oyo State said 6 suspects have been kidnapped, informants, financiers, and what have you. What do we do with this? What do we do with this arrest? We should be able to get something out of this arrest and work. And it's not the one that will go and just get these children from the bush and we don't know at the end of the day what happened to the abductors. That is not the way. If we don't deal with these things, then we keep having more.
It's not about releasing them from the abductors, and these abductors are still there and will still commit the crime again.
The crime, just waiting for
it's about totally eradicating
them. So I really feel if we say short school, we are just emboldening them. I don't think that is the...
And giving temporary solutions to a long-lasting problem.
It doesn't. And if you even talk about shutting school, it's still the same Amnesty International and I think UNESCO this time. They brought out another report that around 19 to 20 million students are out of school. Now, not because of the normal out of school children that we have been discussing, poverty, their parents being negligent and all that. All these 19 to 20 million, they said it was linked to insecurity.
See?
Because those people who went to schools that say their children or children that they know were kidnapped, their parents don't send them back to the school. Don't you understand? There is that. People in the communities that don't even like school would even have
used that as a yardstick.
Not to. So I don't think that we just need to work on the intelligence that we already have and be critical about how we deal with this.
So do you think guns should be given to the youth who are willing to maybe defend their community as a vigilante?
Yeah, honestly, I think we've had this conversation. I personally, on a personal level, I am not an advocate of giving arms to youth. It could be devastating. Some of the people that we admire,
they can use it to defend themselves.
Some people we admire from afar, they actually have a critical problem with it. Then again, that is my own point. But then again, you don't totally blame those people that say give us arms. They have a valid reason to request for that. But then what I think we should still do is, we have talked about over and over how security is too centralized, and just hovering around control of the federal government, especially
exactly.
the president. Now we've been discussing state police for a long time.
Yes.
Okay, there has been like a push. They've sent some things to the National Assembly, but I think we want to see that materialize.
Yeah, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has confirmed that forest guards should be should be deployed about 1,000 of them.
That is a different thing. The forest guard thing also happened. Was it earlier last year? We thought that this because it was to check in the ungoverned spaces. We thought that after training there was quiet actually around that, but they came out to say they were undergoing training and all that. They eventually deployed them, but nothing has really changed from that. Now he said 1,000 should go to oil. Let's see what happens. But I think it's time we really speed up this legislation around state police and really see if we can tackle it. The other state government, he actually blamed the president at some point that it's because the security is too centered that he doesn't have.
Yes, he said so.
He said so. So let's just give this a try. Let's have that state police and
still speaking. Thank you for that. Still speaking of the same oil case issue, we have former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose. He has come out in an interview to claim that the Oyo State government did not do enough. He is also saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is being blackmailed by the Oyo State government, that this is just political. His brother Isaac Fayose has reacted to this. Let's take a look at how his brother reacted to him, and we'll take reactions of Nigerians on this. So that's the video. Our first reaction by KOP tweeted, "What about Kwara and Ekiti kidnapping? Is it Seyi Makinde that orchestrated that for you?" So Lawal, Fayose is arguing that the governors also have responsibility to secure the citizens because they have security votes. Yeah. But here we have the governor also saying that his hands are tied, that everything lies in the federal government. How do you read this?
Reading the fact that somebody is accusing politics around insecurity is not totally new. It's something that we have seen, and it's part of why the politics in Nigeria is bad as far as I'm concerned. Because we use every opportunity, even the miseries of people, to politicate. Do you understand? If you go back as far back as 2015, not so far as 2015, when the power wanted to be wrestled away from the then administration, we actually saw a surge in insecurity, and that was the period we recorded this Chibok thing and all that. But we saw how the opposition at that time, including the president of the
president.
Yeah, you understand? We saw how they condemned the whole thing, and we saw how this government in power then too said all this is politics. And,
so are they playing politics with Nigerian lives?
And that is why I'm saying is dirty. So we are having this now, and it's not something you are going to dismiss with the wave of your hand. Our politicians can be so desperate. You cannot take the politics out of it, but I think our policy should be sensible or sanitized enough that we shouldn't have to play with the lives of kids or whoever to prove our point.
Exactly.
You can campaign on the issues, you can campaign on how the economy is, you can campaign on how hungry people are, you can campaign on how bad our roads are, you can
campaign on what you would do differently.
You can. And all this, you don't need to bring lives into it.
Okay, speaking on that, let me take one reaction and I come back to you. Benjamin tweeted, "This is one of the most useless things I've heard. So the core job of the federal government is no longer protection of lives and property because it's now your tribesman in power. But against Jonathan, it was solely the job of the federal government because they are in charge of security." This is what social media Benjamin is saying.
Well, that is another rhetoric that we always play that I don't even like. He's talking about tribesman and all that. Whatever it is, these things are going to keep happening. But whether this is instigated by the opposition party or not, it is the duty of whoever is in seat, whether it's your tribesman or whether he comes from Mercury, whether he comes from Pluto. It is his responsibility to take care of the lives and properties of the citizens. If you say it's the opposition, go and get them and bring them to book.
Exactly.
Take them to the judiciary and give them what they deserve. Let's stop giving excuses. Okay, let's even agree. Then it is your job to take care of these people. Bring them and let them face the wrath of the law. We can't keep giving excuses and excuses and excuses. We can't excuse our way out of all this situation. There needs to be actionable things to do in order to secure the lives and properties of Nigeria.
Okay, thank you so much, Lawa, for that in-depth. Okay, we're going to go on a short break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about some religious drama, because the Redeemed Christian Church of God has put out a statement. Also, we have a very popular pastor, Genesis, that is a strong supporter of Tinubu, and he's cancelling his harvest this year due to the Oyo State kidnapping. Also, we have Pastor David Imiome of the Salvation Ministry telling Nigerians to vote with conscience. All this and more coming up after the break. Thank you for staying with us. This is still Social Media Scope with Choma ABC, where we bring you the internet's loudest conversations and we give you real context and we download the drama for you. And a lot of drama is happening in the religious scene because the Redeemed Christian Church of God has come out to refute claims by a very self-acclaimed RCCG member, where he claimed that a particular rally was to be held, but it was cancelled. With a lot of narratives flying right and there, the RCCG has come out to set the record straight. So let's take a look at what RCCG is saying. We will be displaying it on your screen as I read. So they say the first claim is Pastor Adeboye campaigned for the government in power. They say that's a false verdict because Pastor Enoch Adeboye has always encouraged members of the Redeemed Christian Church of God to get their PVCs and vote for anyone of their choice. He has always maintained a neutral stance on political parties as members of the church. They have also come out to say that Pastor Adeboye called off a planned protest is a false narrative, that he only communicated the instructions of the Pentecostal Fellowship in Nigeria to members of the RCCG on the updated plan. Furthermore, we have the RCCG member that said that the protest was cancelled. He is making claims now that his life is in danger, saying that he's receiving calls and threats to pull down the video.
The message is also a threat. So please, I don't want this video to be longer than this so that it can get to the right sources. Please save my life, and I will not bow down for any pressure. Yes, I'll not give up on this journey because I stand with the truth. Yes.
Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to this. Our first reaction on social media by Pearl Diva. She posted, after threatening the young man for exposing your so-called Daddy GO, you thugs are now coming to drop nonsense disclaimer. Did your Daddy GO protest under Goodluck Jonathan or not? Is your Daddy GO silent under this administration or not? If anything happens to that young man, just know that your church business will be destroyed. The young man better be safe. Another social media user at Dre commented, speaking the truth in Nigeria is like pathway to prison. You speak like this government go trail you. You speak like this government go trail you, but bandits they collect ransom. It's okay. So for proper context, let me recall what happened. A member of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, a self-acclaimed member, we don't know how true it is, he came out in a viral video and said that a proposed rally for protests against insecurities and killings in Nigeria was allegedly cancelled due to speculations that the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, is a member of the church. But the church has come out to refute these claims and say that nothing like that is happening. But some people are saying that this pastor was bold enough to carry out a protest during the time of Goodluck, but they are saying that that was not speaking for Goodluck. It was a directive by the Christian Association of Nigeria just to speak out against the killings that were happening. They are saying that their pastor has never protested and has never protested. He has protested, but he has never protested against Goodluck Jonathan. But this young man now is saying that his life is being threatened. How do you read all this religious drama happening right now?
It's indeed a religious drama, and this is where you want to tread carefully when you talk.
It's very sensitive.
Yeah,
exactly.
Is. But again, I try to look at the young man. But did we see where the church, where the I don't even really understand where he's coming from and where the threat of life could be. Who says they were going to protest?
The church put out that there was going to be a protest in different places.
Yes.
But I think we had a video of where few members of the church carried out the protest in another place.
Yes.
So they are saying that nothing like that happened, that it was not council. But this young man is insisting that there was a directive.
Yeah. So all this is just it's just drama. You understand? Okay. If there was going to be a protest, why did the church said they shouldn't they shouldn't
there are speculations because the first lady
when I saw it, I know it was going to fall back to the first lady. But one thing we should realize is that I think religious centers are more than where we just go and read Bibles or Qurans and come out. They are actually pillars of justice and what have you. They should be able to speak to power, and this is where we need some kind of consistency from whoever is heading these religious centers.
Okay.
If we saw a level of condemnation of an administration based on insecurity from the same maybe leadership of the same church
in the past
during some administration, and we are not seeing it now, it's going to call for speculation whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And this is even going to be more common since the first lady is
a pastor in
the Redeemed Christian. Yeah. So you cannot even, because what is even the basis of even keeping quiet? The first lady has gone to several of these places and donated billions and sympathizing with the people. So what I'm going to say is, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, they have an official channel. I believe if there was a protest, they should be decent enough, as like we don't want to see religious bodies intertwining in all these dramas.
Exactly.
We have to be doubting them. Let them give out official statements. We don't want all these things that you don't talk until when something happened, then we start seeing all these reactive responses. And we're
going to be putting it now on our screen, exactly what they said concerning the planned protest, because they said nothing like that.
Yeah, nothing like that. So I'm now saying, okay, so why did that young man come to say that, and why are people threatening him? And the thing is, that threat may not really come from the church. They can just be from overzealous worshippers.
Yes.
May not necessarily be, okay, why are you condemning our church?
Our church.
It may not really be from the church. But what I'm saying,
yes, because members can be
overzealous.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, going forward, I think religious institutes should try to stand firm in
and not only that, to me personally, my own personal opinion, you must not wait for your church to tell you to protest. If you are being affected by something, if you feel you need to speak up, speak up.
It's a civil duty.
Exactly.
It's not a religious.
Let's move on from that. Exactly. Let's move on to still based on religious drama. We have Pastor Genesis, who is a strong supporter and a lover of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has come out to cancel his juvenile harvest due to the kidnappings in Oyo State. We also have Pastor David Imiyome saying that Nigerians should not sell their votes and vote with consciousness. So it's as if our clerics are finally speaking up and being, verbal about how they feel. But let's take reactions of Nigerians on this.
Harvest. This is enough for me to know that we need to feel their pains. We need to support them in prayers, whatever we can do, that those kids will be released. As for me and my children, and every member and every child in Genesis Global, I cancel the harvest. No harvest for our children this year. Those kids over there needs to come out. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 6 years.
Try not to sell your conscience. Listen, let me say this. If any of you collect money to go and vote, I hear people say, now money I go chop. The money you ate before is only for 1 week. If it go last you. One day. One what? What are the rest of the 4 years? Never sell your conscience for money. Nigerians, hear me. Now, who give me money, I go vote. After you eat that, they want to eat again. It's time not to sell your conscience. Don't vote party, vote who can deliver. And let Nigerians stand up for the first time and react against whoever wants to oppress.
Our first reaction by Basic tweeted, "What does he mean by vote who can deliver? We all know that this man is after money and not actually for the people. Don't be deceived. Tinubu hands don't they meet more." A very strong reaction there. He's reacting to Pastor David Imiyome speaking about voting for who will deliver. Furthermore, at Emmanuel commented, as if it has ever been about who can deliver. Majority of our spiritual fathers, if not all, has failed our nation. They are directly or indirectly under the payroll of our existing governments. They have gathered wealth and lost a spiritual relevance. None has a voice of direction anymore. So furthermore, when I went to the comment, Nigerians are criticizing Pastor David Iniome. They are saying that he's not saying it directly, that he should call out the government if he wants to call out the government of the day, and he should speak. He should not speak from two sides of his mouth. But to me, him telling his members not to sell their votes and to be conscious enough, that is enough. Don't you think so?
Okay, so yeah, so again, it's just all this religious drama and what have you. So if this person, like the first pastor that you talked about, because he was a supporter of Tinubu and now he wants to protest against...
No, he's not protesting, he's cancelling his harvest.
Yeah, he's cancelling, which is a very big deal for the Christian faithful. He's cancelling it in protest of the abductions in Oyo State. So if he is a supporter, does that mean when it comes to issues that he shouldn't speak? Do you understand? So let us also not be hypocritical.
Exactly.
Because, you know, let's go back to this RCGG thing now. We were talking about how when people are alleging that they are keeping their mouth shut. Okay, this one that is also a supporter.
Yeah, complaining. How can you please Nigerians?
You can't really do that. There is nothing wrong, and we really hope that those students are rescued.
Yes.
Then if you talk about the other one, whether it's from his heart or it's from his lungs or it's from his intestine that he's telling people to go and to not sell their votes. That is the valid thing to say, and that is what every Nigerian should take to the pool. So since we're in the religious line now, I'm going to say whether it's in their heart or not, their judgment is with the Almighty.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Let's end things on a very light note, because this one is our Heartbeat segment and is all about culture, because Chef Oluwatobiloba Olaolu is putting Nigerian Ofada stew on the global map, and he's doing very well on MasterChef Australia. Let's take a brief look. So, Lawal, have you had Ofada stew before?
Well, I think I just heard of it because of this.
You've not had Ofada stew?
Honestly,
no, I need to give you one. It's very spicy and it's very nice, and we love to see Nigerians excel.
Well, because I'm going to say I'm looking forward to the day I'm going to test that.
I'm gonna give you one. You need to test it. Okay. It's very, very good.
All right.
So thank you so much for your analysis, Lara. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my production team, and thank you viewers for doing TV with me. I'll see you next time. But today we're wrapping things up with our skits for the day, so do well to stick by and watch it. And I might add, the reactions we get online and the reactions of our guests are solely their opinion and not influenced by social media scope. Thank you for doing TV with me. I still remain Choma ABC. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.